The backstage air was thick with panic as chaos exploded through the VH1 studio like a dropped match in a room full of gasoline, where glam squads once laughed and camera crews shouted commands. Now only frantic whispers and gasps echoed between concrete walls. On the green room floor, Tasha K lay motionless, surrounded by medics, her skin pale, lips trembling, and the fierce spark in her eyes gone in an instant. Nobody had predicted this moment, not even the producers who thrived off drama. Seconds earlier, Bambi had been yelling, flanked by 2 towering security guards. Her voice high-pitched and cracked with fury. And then it happened, a shove, a slip, a scream. Tasha K hit the edge of a makeup counter with a sharp thud that silenced everyone. Blood pooled, eyes widened. Reality TV had finally spilled into real life, and not a single person on set could pretend otherwise. A production assistant dropped to her knees in tears while another screamed into a headset, "Call legal now. Get HR on standby." Spice, who had been standing nearby, froze in her heels, hand over her mouth, the other gripping Bambi's arm to stop her from fainting. But Bambi was already unraveling. Her chest rose and fell erratically, her eyes wide with disbelief and horror. I didn't know she would," she whispered, but no one heard her over the buzzing chaos. The room swirled. 2 guards escorted her away, while a third tried to keep cameras pointed elsewhere, but it was too late. Phones were up, red lights blinking. And in the shadows, Mama D was already recording. "Told y'all," she muttered with cold satisfaction. "She's a ticking time bomb. And now she done blew up." Her voice cut through, the noise like glass shattering. "Y'all built her career on sad stories and drama. This is what happens when you don't listen." Bambi flinched at every word. As Tasha K was wheeled out on a stretcher, her eyes fluttered open briefly before closing again. Whispers danced through the set. "This is going to break the internet," someone said. "Nah," a producer muttered, "we're gonna get sued first." But social media didn't wait. Within minutes, Erica Mena had already posted a blurry clip of the aftermath, captioned, "She really did it. #LHL. The internet erupted. Twitter trended. TikTok remixed the screams into viral audio. Hashtags exploded. #Bambi attack. #Justice for Tasha. #Hospitalgate. #Scrappy Run. And the fatal one. #fired for real. Meanwhile, in a locked conference room down the hall, a storm of executives gathered. "Pull her contract," one snapped. Another shook their head. "Not yet. If Tasha files charges, then we move. We still own the footage." A legal rep leaned forward grimly. "If that video leaks before we respond, we're looking at lawsuits on multiple fronts. This isn't a scene anymore, it's evidence." Someone else asked quietly, "What about Scrappy? If Bambi goes, he walks." Everyone fell silent. They all knew Scrappy was barely hanging on as it was. Outside that room, Bambi sat alone, curled into herself in a hallway that suddenly felt like a prison. Spice sat beside her, voice soft but stern. "What were you thinking?" she asked. "You can't just hit people. Not with cameras rolling." Bambi lifted her face, mascara streaked and swollen. "She ruined my life," she whispered. "She lied. She made everything go viral." I snapped. I wanted her to stop. Spice didn't answer immediately. Then, softly, she replied, "And now you might have ended yours." That landed like a punch to the gut. Bambi's phone buzzed again. PR reps, missed calls, angry messages, but nothing from Scrappy. Not a text, not a single call. At the hospital, Tasha K lay bandaged with a mild concussion and a nasty gash, but she was already scheming. A producer arrived at her bedside. "Are you sure you want to film?" he asked. She smirked. "Of course, this is the beginning of my next series. Roll it." Hours later, a soft-lit hospital video went live. "Hey y'all, I'm okay. But today, I feared for my life. Bambi crossed a line. And Yusai will be pressing charges." The comment section exploded. Some cheered, others doubted. Debate was instant. Some blamed Tasha, others demanded Bambi's cancellation. And quietly, Tasha started collecting her coin. Back at her apartment, Bambi could barely breathe. Her manager screamed through speakerphone, "Apologize, go live, cry if you have to. Show remorse." But she was numb. Her mind stopped functioning until she saw the video from Tasha's hospital bed. One line made her blood boil. "You thought I was done exposing you. Sweetheart, I've barely begun." That broke something inside Bambi. The guilt twisted into fury. She's still spinning this, she muttered. Still getting paid. Still painting me like the villain. She stormed across the room. She wants war. Fine. Her brain kicked into gear. Old messages. Deleted screenshots. Conversations with producers. Maybe even proof that Tasha K staged her drama for views. Secrets. Not just about Tasha, but about Mama D, about VH1 execs promising protection in exchange for chaos. She dialed Spice. "You still riding with me?" she asked. The line was quiet. "I'm not against you," said Spice, "but this is bigger than you now. If VH1 smells risk, they'll cut you fast. You ready for that?" Bambi's jaw clenched. "Then I'll burn the house down before they bury me." That night, an anonymous email landed in the inbox of a top blogger. Subject: The truth about Tasha K, unseen footage and the real setup. A Dropbox link followed. The next morning, the blogger went live, voice shaking. "I got footage, y'all. Timestamped. Tasha K is laughing in the trailer with a producer. They said, Bambi gonna lose her mind when she sees this." They called it the perfect takedown. The internet gasped. This wasn't TV. This was entrapment. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. Was Bambi violent or baited? Mama D clapped back on Instagram. "I don't care what's leaking. My baby almost lost his mind because of that woman. Don't come defending her now." Erica Mena posted a cryptic tweet. "This always goes deeper than y'all know." And Scrappy. Still no word. But sources said he was filming a confessional, the kind where truths aren't edited. Back at VH1, everything locked down. Legal teams took over. Phones were confiscated. One insider whispered to a blog, "We might have to cancel the season. There's receipts from Tasha that could sink more than her." And while panic spread, Bambi sat alone with a ring light. No glam. Just a hoodie and rage. She hovered over the go live button. "They want the truth," she muttered. "Fine." She clicked. Thousands tuned in. "You want to hear my side?" she said, eyes locked on the camera. Then shut up and let me give it to you, raw. Her voice didn't shake this time. "I'm not here to beg. I'm here to expose. Tasha K isn't a truth teller. She's a puppet master. And I was her favorite toy until I snapped." She pulled up voice notes. "DMs from producers, deals offered in exchange for drama. They promised me protection if I gave them dirt on. Scrappy, you think I made this up?" She hit play. A clip of Tasha's voice echoed. "The truth is boring. We need drama. If you want to survive this show, give me something I can use." Comments exploded. "She set you up. This is illegal." But not everyone bought it. "Where's the date stamp? You still hit her though." Bambi leaned forward. "You're right, I did. I snapped. But I didn't do it out of evil, I did it because I was pushed to the edge." And now she's playing saint while cashing in on my downfall. Meanwhile, in her hospital room, Tasha K watched the live, a dark grin spreading. She bit, she whispered. "Now we go nuclear." Her team dropped part 2. Dramatic music. Clips of Bambi screaming, sliced between old videos where she claimed to be unbothered. "She hit me, then lied on me," the screen read. Here's the full story in cut. Even body cam footage appeared. Tasha sobbing, security yelling. The internet ate it up. Hashtag Team Tasha trended. One blogger said, "It's not love and hip-hop anymore. It's law and hip-hop." Executives scrambled. A gag order dropped. Production assistants were pulled into private meetings. Rumors said, Bambi's confessionals were being replaced. One intern tweeted and deleted, "This is bigger than TV. The suits are scared." Across the city, Mama D sipped wine and cackled on live. "Told y'all, that girl finally imploded. Now she wanna play the victim. Please." But then something shifted. Scrappy posted a black and white photo of himself. No caption. Just a 24-hour countdown. The internet froze. He was ready to speak. Everyone held their breath. And Bambi, she sat alone, broken. "You okay?" Spice asked. "No," she said. "He's about to speak. And I don't think he's gonna save me this time." "Then speak first," said Spice, "or you'll lose everything else." And so began the next round. The next morning, phones buzzed across the country as the countdown on Scrappy's post hit 0. The screen lit up. No flashy intro, no dramatic music, just Scrappy in a plain black hoodie, sitting on his living room couch, eyes heavy, face drawn. The live viewer count surged instantly, thousands watching, waiting, desperate to hear what he had to say. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't cry. but what he did say pierced through the noise like a scalpel. "This ain't about who y'all like better," Scrappy began. "This is about truth. My daughter's truth. And yeah, even Bambi's truth." He exhaled deeply and looked straight into the camera. "I never wanted it to come to this. I stayed quiet for a long time, not 'cause I was scared, but 'cause I wanted to protect the people I loved. But silence don't heal lies." He explained that for months, he suspected things weren't right with Bambi, little inconsistencies. Emotional distance, private conversations that never matched what aired on TV. "I didn't want perfection," he said. "I just wanted honesty." And then came the bombshell. "I found out the child I thought was mine might not be." The live chat exploded. "What new way?" "We knew it, but Scrappy wasn't done." He talked about the moment he found out, how it broke him, how he didn't confront Bambi on camera because he wanted to give her a chance to come clean. But she never did. Instead, she used his silence as a shield, played it like loyalty while quietly unraveling. "And then she attacked someone for doing what I was too afraid to do, ask questions," he said, clearly referring to Tasha K. "I don't hate Bambi. I never will. She's the mother of my child. But I can't support violence, not when I know the pain behind it. Don't justify the damage done." He looked down for a moment, hands clasped tightly. "I didn't walk away because of a scandal. I walked away because the lie hurt worse than the truth ever could." With that, he ended the live. "Nu flashy otru, just silence." And that silence cracked the internet in half. The clip was reposted within minutes. Blogs declared it the final blow. Bambi's management issued a stiff statement hours later. Effective immediately. Bambi has been dropped by VH1 pending further legal review. On the same day, Tasha K's legal team filed official assault charges. Mama D went live with a wine glass in hand and a new bottle launch. "Truth juice. Told y'all she was unstable." She laughed. "Now the world sees it too." But while the world talked, Bambi said nothing. No posts, no responses. Her accounts went eerily quiet, like a ghost had taken over her once fiery presence. But behind the scenes, she wasn't sleeping. She was plotting, watching, gathering, weighing whether her next move would be redemption or surrender. That silence that followed Scrappy's live wasn't peace. It was a warning. Like the eye of a storm. Fans didn't forget. They waited, watched, wondered, was Bambi done? Or was she about to drop a bomb of her own? 3 days later, she emerged on Instagram Live, not in a YouTube apology. She walked into a press conference. No glam, no eyelashes, just a black suit, pulled back hair, and a folder under her arm. The media circled like vultures. Bloggers from every corner of the internet. Were there TMZ drama now? Even rivals of Tasha K, phones raised, cameras zoomed in. And then Bambi stepped to the podium. "I made mistakes," she said without blinking. "I lied. I hurt people. I broke trust, especially with Scrappy. And I take full accountability for that. But what I will not accept is being painted as a monster in a story that's been scripted from the start." Murmurs filled the room. She lifted the folder. "This right here. This is every single communication I've had with Tasha K, VH1 producers, and their legal teams over the last 2 years. Contracts, emails, texts, voice notes, proof that I was asked no, pressured to be messy. That I was baited into breakdowns, for clicks. That I was told the truth was boring. That I had to give more drama or risk being cut." She opened the folder and pulled out a page. She said, and I quote, "Make Scrappy look unfaithful. That's the angle we're going with this season." The crowd gasped. "Y'all wonder why I snapped? This was never reality TV. This was a trap." A reporter shouted, "Are you denying the attack on Tasha K?" Bambi locked eyes with him. "No, I did that. I lost control. And I will accept whatever punishment comes. But if we're talking about violence, let's also talk about media violence. About emotional manipulation. About how this industry scripts pain and profit off women's destruction." Another blogger streamed the speech live with the caption, "We didn't expect this. At all." And across the city, Tasha K watched from her couch, jaw clenched. "She's flipping it. Making it political," she hissed. Her team scrambled, but for the first time, Tasha looked nervous, because what Bambi teased next wasn't empty. The documents were real. The voice notes were real. And now blogs began fact-checking. Headlines popped up. Asterisk, Tasha K's setup confirmed. Scripted scandal exposed. Did VH1 frame Bambi? Mama D went live instantly. I don't care what kind of TED Talk she gave. She still swung on that woman. Period. But fans weren't so sure anymore. Hashtags shifted again. Hashtag Bambi was framed. Hashtag justice for Scrappy. Hashtag Tasha manipulated. The lines were blurring. Suddenly, it wasn't so clear who the villain really was. That same night, Scrappy posted one final image, a photo of his daughter, asleep, captioned, "This is who I protect now, not sides. Not stories, just truth." And just like that, Scrappy logged off. But the chaos wasn't done. The next morning, an anonymous source later revealed to be a disgruntled production assistant leaked uncut, time-stamped behind-the-scenes footage. The clip Tasha K in the makeup trailer, laughing with producers. The audio was crisp. "She's gonna snap when she sees this edit. Good, that's what we want. Get her breaking down on camera. She thinks I'm her friend. Watch this." Within an hour, it had gone viral. Tasha K wasn't just messy anymore, she was complicit. Every blogger reposted, every YouTube gossip page dissected it. Memes flooded in. One of Tasha holding a match over a script labeled Season 14. The top comment. "So we cancelled Bambi for reacting to a trap." Tasha's team released a rushed statement. That was sarcasm. Edited footage, taken out of context. But the internet wasn't buying it. Advertisers pulled out of her new spin-off show. Her lawsuit against Bambi stalled as the court reviewed new evidence. Even VH1 released a statement. "We are reevaluating our internal practices and casting ethics. We do not condone manipulation that endangers cast safety." That sentence alone sent shockwaves. They admitted it. Bambi, for the first time in weeks, posted to Instagram. One slide. White background. Black letters. The truth cuts deeper than the first lie. Then nothing. Over the next month, the fallout unraveled like a slow-burn wildfire. Tasha K was removed from the VH1 roster. Her spin-off show was quietly shelved. Mama D, now considered too unpredictable, was warned by legal teams to stay silent during investigations. Scrappy reportedly entered therapy and began filming his own private documentary. No cast, no scenes, just healing. And Bambi. She disappeared. No posts, no lives, no interviews. Fans speculated rehab. Some whispered witness protection. Others said she was preparing something huge. And then, months later, a teaser trailer dropped. Black screen, a woman walking through a dimly lit studio. A voiceover. "You heard their story. You watched their edits. Now it's my turn." Text appeared. Bambi, unspoken, a 4-series. Comments flooded in. "She's back. She better not lie again." Tasha had receipts, but Bambi got the archives. The most liked comments said it all. "This ain't over. It just moved to a new platform." Fade to black. Text. "To be continued. When silence becomes power."